episode of the Sidecar Spin. And today I'll be jumping on for a chat with Kelly Higgins. She is a sidecar passenger from the UK. So we're going to have a bit of a chat about her career and what she's been up to, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hello, Kelly. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Good to have you jump on the podcast.
Excited to be on.
Cool. You'll have to bear with me. I'm a bit sick at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold, so I sound like I've got a peg on my nose.
Oh, bless you. Oh, I hope you feel better.
Oh, it's been a rough one since my race at Fink Desert Race. I've just been crook the whole time.
Oh, it must have taken a lot out of you.
Yeah. And I've got to race the 24-hour trial next weekend, so I'm just trying my best to refuel and try and knock it on the head.
We've got to be fighting fit for that.
Yeah. All right. So for anybody that doesn't know who you are, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into sidecars?
So my name's Kelly Higgins. I race with the name Roo on the back of my shirt because it's my nickname. And when I was younger, I used to jump around like a little kangaroo. And I kind of still do that now. So it's very fitting. You'll probably always see me with a smile on my face. I'm very happy all the time. And as far as coming into sidecars, I didn't grow up around bikes at all. It was more horses. But my partner, Mark, he decided to have a go at motocross solos. Can't even remember what year that was. But anyway, I still am a good girlfriend. And I used to go and support him and watch him race. And it just so happened that one of his races, the sidecars were there. And no word of a lie, like I have never seen or heard of them before. And it just, I don't know, it got underneath my skin. I don't even know how to explain it, but I was fixated on them. And to cut a long story short, I basically stopped going and watching and supporting Mark race his solo, and I would drive 2 hours away to watch strangers race sidecars when like Mark would be racing his solo 15 minutes from the house, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested in that. And I just followed them around for about a year and kind of got to know more people. And eventually I had the opportunity to have a go, and I just couldn't say no to that. Yeah. And then the rest is kind of history. The moment I stepped on the platform, I was like, yep, this is where I need to be. This is my new hobby, and I'm going to do everything I can to do it. So, I saw on the sidecarcross worldwide page that there was some like tryouts for people who've never had a go before. And that's where I met Brian, good old Mr. Turner. And I think he was at the point in his career that he was kind of going, I'm bored of this. Not bored. I don't think bored's the right word, but he was thinking, I could take it or leave it. And then we rode around Ashdown together, and I was terrible. Honestly, I was horrendous, but he obviously enjoyed himself because he's like, do you want to come racing with me next season? And so it's all because of Brian, who gave me a chance, even though I was terrible, that I am where I am now. So I'm extremely grateful for him.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you rode a whole season with him?
I did 2 seasons. So he had a modern and a classic. And the first season we did just the modern races. And then the second season we did a bit of both, or did we? No, we did mainly the classics because Brian rode the twin shock really, really well, like so much better than he did the modern. So we just kind of predominantly stuck to that. And although I really enjoyed that, my heart was more for the moderns.
Yep.
So yeah, after 2 years, I then I got my other half involved. He was kind of like, well, can't beat them, join them. Yeah, absolutely. He always had a choice. He could see me or he could not see me. And lucky for me, when Mark had a go, he's like, yeah, this is great. I can see what you like in it. And so now we ride together.
How's that, riding with your partner?
I thought it was going to be tricky. And I guess it is in a way because we're both learning. So I can't tell if he's doing anything wrong, and he can't really tell if I'm doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
So, well, he can, because obviously the bike doesn't do what you want it to do, but like we don't know how to correct that because we haven't got that experience.
Yeah.
But instead of arguing about it, we are pretty good at talking and trying to work things out. Like, oh, maybe I should try this. Does that help you? No. Okay, let's see what else I can do. And it is trial and error. And we have been told by many people, if you have an argument at the track, leave it at the track. Don't bring it home. I
But
think that's
it's
quite
good
important.
if you've got that good communication, though. That's good that you guys can sort of work through it and give each other pointers on what you think's going to work and what's not.
And I think it has brought us closer together, really.
Yeah. Give you something
Like,
to
I've
talk
always
about.
definitely, yeah. And do in the evenings, like getting the sidecar ready for the next race and everything. That's great.
And so you said you did the classics as well. What did you think about going on those old bikes?
I actually really enjoy them.
Yep.
They're just different, aren't they? Have you ridden a classic?
Yeah, I've been on like an old, I think it was like a 1963 old like Norton Wasp. It was rough as guts,
Oh yeah.
but it
I
was
just
cool.
feel like you have to ride them. Yeah, you have to ride them slightly different, or at least I found that I've had to. Like, I feel like I had to put so much more effort in, even though, like, I don't know how the format is with the races in Australia, but I think it's like 5 or 6 laps or something like
Yeah.
that. So they're not for very long, but I found like I had to put just as much effort in to passenger them as I would normally like a 15-20 minute race on a modern.
Well, they're a lot heavier. The suspension isn't the greatest.
It's not as forgiving, is it?
I found that the one I went on, the chair was really small. Like it felt
Yeah.
really small, like I couldn't, like there wasn't much to move around. Like, I don't know, maybe it was that type that I was on, but yeah, it was a really small chair. It felt like it could flip over really easy.
I know, I found that too. I've ridden a few classics now, and I've always found that the platform's quite narrow and short. And I found as well when I've gone from the modern, like race the modern one meeting and then the classic the next, I almost feel like I'm almost stepping through too far and coming out the front.
Yeah. And so how many years have you been riding now?
I started in 2023. So however many years that, what are we now, 26?
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
about the
not
same
too
as
long.
me. Yeah.
Oh, no way. I thought you'd been doing it longer.
Nah, I had my first sidecar race at the start of 2023. March 23.
And was that you riding or passenger?
No, passenger.
No way. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Not that long then.
So I jumped on in an all-girls race, was my first one that I did. Yeah, and then I've pretty much raced every single race that there's been a sidecar in here since.
It's under your skin as well.
Yeah.
Then.
Yep. So have you ridden or are you just passengered?
Yeah, no, I have had a go at riding, but I mean, I've only ridden the motocross bike once, and I was like terrible at that, and I only had myself to look after. So to get on the sidecar, I was more worried about the person standing on the platform than I was focused on like working everything out. And
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't die, but it was close.
So you're going to stick to being a
Yeah.
passenger?
100%, that is my role.
Yeah. So what do you think has been the hardest thing to learn?
I was thinking this like the other day, and I think it's to feel what my movement does on the bike and how it affects the bike. There's often been times when Mark goes, "Oh, did you not feel that?" And I'm like, "Feel what?" And he's like, "Did you not feel the chair wheel come up there?" And I'm like, "No." And I've been like totally oblivious. And it's not until I would say like the end of last season that I did start to get more of a feeling of just like how shifting my hips one way can like, how it affects the suspension and like how I can do little things to help steer the bike in a different way. So that for me has taken quite a bit of time. to just get that feeling.
But I think that experience over time, like I'm the same, I've started to notice now. Whereas before I didn't understand when people were saying it to me. I was like, I don't
Hmm.
understand. But now that I'm getting that feeling, you're like, ah, that's what they were talking about.
And then it starts to click, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
I just I love that progression, and when everything starts to like make sense.
What do you think has been the biggest lesson that you've learnt so far?
Well, that's a good question. I think I can remember the very first big lesson for me, how to save my arms, pretty much. And it was just the simplest thing of just moving my hips more forward into the bar,
Yep.
rather than like holding off the back a bit. So I remember that being like the first game changer for me. I think the other one, actually, and again, this is more recent, is again conserving energy and making the motion like more fluid, so moving from left to right, making it more one motion rather than like doing lots of extra little steps, um, and just being at one with the bike, and then it just started to feel right when I started doing those things, and not be so apprehensive about moving,
Yep.
like make it more purposeful.
Yep. That's one of the things that the experts used to always say to me, oh, just try and step here. I'm like, I can't. But yeah, it just comes over time.
Yeah, I think that's it. The more you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So your first race, what went through your head when you had that first race?
You know what? I actually wasn't that nervous, and I think it's because I had like complete trust in Brian, and we'd spoke about it, and we knew like at the point of my first race, I'd only been on a sidecar like 4 times, so I was still incredibly new and learning the ropes, and I knew Brian was going to just look after me, and we were going to go slow. It was more a case of just looking forward, being where I think I should be on the bike, and just kind of experiencing it. So I was quite pleased that we weren't in people's way, because that was another thing that I was worrying about is when they come round to lap us, we causing a problem there. But Bryant's really good at knowing where people are on track and how to keep out of their way. So
And how'd you feel afterwards?
buzzing, I couldn't wait for the next one.
And how do you go with like your fitness side and preparing and stuff for these races?
I kind of consider myself like quite a fit person anyway. Um, I'm always on the go, and I have horses, I work with horses, and so that naturally keeps me quite fit. However, this season, as of last September, I have actually done some more training, because between season to season, I would lose a lot of fitness there. I would get lazy. Even just doing my normal day-to-day things, it wasn't quite enough, and I'd get back on the bike and I'm like, oh, I'm back to square one, and I feel like I have to build it all up again. And then by the end of season, you feel amazing and you can ride all day and it not be a problem. And I was like, I don't want to lose that. So yeah, as of September, I have been training, and um it's really, I love the structure to it. I love knowing I'm doing everything that I possibly can, so that when we're out on track, we can give it our absolute best shot. I feel amazing in myself as well. And like the recovery time is just so much quicker. So it's definitely something I'm going to stick to, because it helps no end.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I saw some Instagram videos of yours. Were you guys doing like running club at the track or something?
That was actually before I started training.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I needed something to do to like warm up, because I felt so much better from doing a warm up before a race than like not. Um, and so I would like try rope people in, so it wasn't just me running around the track on my own. But I didn't really get many takers.
Oh, well, at least you tried.
Exactly.
So, what would be a typical race day like meeting for you guys over there? Because I don't know if you guys have the same sort of setup as what we have here, but run me through sort of what you guys do to get ready for a race and what happens on race day.
Oh, that's also a good question. Um, I suppose it differs from team to team, and I don't know if ours is the most productive or not, but I like to get up really early, and do that warm up. Maybe not run now because I've been told it can be quite like stressful on your body and quite strenuous. So we brought a little bike, a little stationary bike, and we just do some pedaling. I'm the one that makes breakfast, so Mark can have a lie-in whilst I make breakfast, and we usually have like a good bowl of yogurt with some peanut butter and just things to fuel the day. And then we have like a Royal Mail box. I don't know if you have them in Australia, but they're like it's just a grey box, just a grey plastic container, and we fill that with loads of healthy snacky bits, a couple of gels and stuff like that, and bananas. We pop that out on our table in our awning so we can just pick at it in between races. So we're not then thinking, oh, I need to refuel the bike and ourselves. It's all in front of us, ready to go. And then if we're muddy, we're not going in and out the camper. And then, yeah, we'll go out for practice, again, come back in and refuel. And then depending on what races we're doing, it's either 3 races or 2 races. And yeah, it's just kind of being sensible about looking after yourself during a race day, isn't it? And we try and make everything as easy as possible for us.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, cool down after the races as well for a little pedal.
Like, what time of the day do you guys usually race over there? Is it like early morning start?
If you're doing like, there's, I think we do 3 different championships. And if you're doing a net round, then they are quite relaxed. So it tends to be like 10 o'clock start or something like that. Whereas Nora, they're a bit more present and on time. So not saying that net aren't on time, they're just more relaxed. So Nora are a little bit earlier on in the day, and British same old as well. Same with Nora, they're a bit more. But no, I don't think we have any evening races over here.
And do you guys do, is it 3 races for the day?
Yeah, so Nora and Net Championships, they do 3 races, and then the British is 2.
Yeah. And how long are they? What's your format?
So Nora, I've got to remember this now. I just go out and wait until the last lap flag's there, and then go, yay. I think, is it Nora's 15 plus 1, I think. Net is now 15 plus 1 too. They used to be 12. And then the other day we were racing at Dalton. And we were all like, how long is this race? Like we were all thinking it was going to be 12 minutes, and it was like, this is going on forever. And they just forgot to tell us they were upping the times.
We've had that a few times. You go around and thinking, what the hell? I thought that was the last lap.
What's
And then you
going
keep going. You're like, oh, the person on the flag thing didn't put the last lap sign up or something. They just decided to give us an extra 2 lap.
More track time for our money. And then the British, I'm going to get this wrong, aren't I? What is it? 5 plus 2, is it? I don't know. I don't know why I'm asking you. I don't think you know.
It'd be, well, because what are GPs? They're 30, aren't they?
Yeah. Are they 30 plus 2?
Yeah, so it would be less than that. I would think so.
How long are your races?
Oh, well, we can just pretty much make them to whatever we want. Usually, if we're just doing a normal club round with like the solo bikes, usually get about 4 laps. So they usually go off laps and not time. 4 or 5 laps, depending on the track, depending on how many people have entered. Like I've been to races where they've just said, no, we've got too many classes. We're all just doing 3 laps. So,
wow, okay.
Yeah, but with our events through the Australian Sidecar Cross Association, we do our expert ones. We usually do about 12 minutes plus 1 lap. And then the like race your mates sort of like beginner class, I think we do 4 laps. But yeah.
Okay, so it all varies.
Yeah. Yeah. It just depends on what event we're doing like the Australian titles that we've got coming up. I'm pretty sure we do 5 laps for that. Your favorite type of track to race on?
Oh, I really like hard pack, and I really like flowy. Just I just find them really fun and enjoyable, and I just feel like the feeling that you get is like you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And it's just fluent, and I don't know, those type of tracks make me feel like I can do it, if that makes sense, because you get into a routine and it's, lap by lap it's pretty consistent. Mark is the opposite though. He doesn't really like dust. He much prefers like the slop because he likes to be able to see, and he just prefers it a little bit more of a slower pace and a little bit more technical. So we're kind of opposites.
And what about jumps?
Oh, I really love the jumps. I'm just learning still, though. Like, there's still so much there that I need to improve on. But I really just love the feeling of being in the air. I feel like I'm quite brave, but I think that kind of comes from the horses and it kind of comes from the mountain biking. And I'll just kind of just go and take a risk and go, oh, whatever happens, happens. Whereas Mark's a little bit more the opposite. So I'm there going, go, 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 on the face of a jump. And he's there going, that's enough.
What goes through your head when you're sort of coming up to those big jumps?
Oh, I just want to go for it. I just want to try and clear them if we can, because I know that that's going to save my energy. Like if we, not the really ridiculously big ones that are out of our league, but at least some of them I feel like we are capable of, on some of the tracks anyway. And I just know that again that will help us find our flow and help protect my knees really.
So what sort of stuff do you do for recovery? Do you do anything for recovery?
Yeah, so on a Monday, I do have a recovery cycle ride to do, and just stretching. Like I try and do a lot of yoga, and I think that really helps. And just staying active and eating the right food as well, I think is a big one, because I always know that if I eat, well, I'm guilty for this because on the way home after a race meeting, we do go and we do stop off and we do have takeaway. And then the next day, I always regret it because I feel so sluggish.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that's because we were riding all weekend. I do think that's because I didn't eat a good meal the night before. And sleeping, like I'm really religious on sleep. I always make sure that I go to bed every night, not just race days or recovery days. I try and get to be in bed for 10 o'clock and asleep for 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Just, sleep is so important.
So what has been your biggest achievement so far?
Oh, oh, there's been loads. I mean, just completing the races and finishing, with a smile on our faces, which is, quite a lot of the races. Weston, I think, as well, like not in terms of position or points or anything like that, because that's not what we're doing it for. Not at this stage, anyway. Maybe at some point I'll take it a bit more seriously, but I'm enjoying myself doing what I'm doing now. So just completing Weston, that was quite a moment because I was so nervous the day before, or even the week before. I was so nervous. So yeah, it's just quite a nice feeling to know, oh, I can do this. And I mean, I know I just said points and positions don't really matter to us, but last season we did end up getting a nice trophy at the end of it because of the championship. And so it's just nice to have something like on the mantelpiece to look at, go, oh, we did well. That's just quite a nice feeling.
Yep, yep. And so Weston Beach Race, how was that?
Yeah, oh no, it was great. It was obviously Mark's first time as well as my first time. We kind of didn't know what to expect. Although we did expect getting stuck. Just didn't realize how much, like how many times. And that's kind of one time I realized how I wasn't that strong when you're trying to get a heavy sidecar out of the sand. And it was exhausting, but I think it's one of those what you call type 2 fun, because in the moment it's just like exhilarating, but also knackering. And I don't know what it was, but I had a really like bad neck at the end of the 3 hour race. And someone said to me, it's because of all the sand that's like built up on top of your helmet. It just makes it really, really heavy. And so then for last year, I just made sure like every now and then I'd just be brushing the top of my helmet off to make sure that it wasn't too heavy.
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
No, neither. No, not until I was like, why is my neck aching so much?
So for anyone that doesn't know what the Western Beach Race is, do you want to explain a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I think, is it classed as an endurance race or a hare and hound? I'm not sure. But it's on a beach, and the track is, I can't even remember how long the track is. It's quite long. You've got the beach straight, which goes on for miles, and then it winds back round, and you've got lumps and bumps and big old mounds that are as tall as houses, and you have to go over them. And there's water, obviously. They used to do like dug out purpose water divots, let's say, although last year they didn't do that because a lot of people complained that it wasn't fun and it was just wrecking bikes.
Yeah.
So yeah, which I understand, but it definitely made last year a bit easier not having those, because it's a little bit sinking sand in places, so it really did suck the bike down. And yeah, it's just 3 hours of chaos and fun.
So you just keep going around
Yeah.
until the 3 hours is over?
That's it, yeah, based on laps. And just, yeah, do what you can.
Yeah, it looks chaotic.
It really is. It's great to watch as well. Like, I'm kind of like, I want to do it, but I also want to watch it. So I'm like, I can't be in two places at once.
Yeah, that's how I am with the 24-hour. I'm like, I want to be the person that goes around the track and does all funny things and, watches and cheers everyone on. But I'm like, but I don't want to miss out on racing it.
It just needs to be like two events, so you could do both.
But then we'd be trying to race in both of them as well.
That's true. It's like that back here for us, because there's just not many sidecars. So we only ever get one race. So you've got us guys at the back, like learning and, doing what we can. And then you've got like the best of the best up front. And I'm like, oh, but I want to watch their races, but I want to be racing myself. So, yeah, it's nice because there's quite a few photographers and videographers out there that film it all for us and get these pictures. So I can still be a fan and watch the racing, but just from the sofa.
Yeah. It's good when you get like the streams of it or the videos and stuff, because you miss out on getting to watch the experts, and because you're in the same race and you're nowhere near them. You might see them every now and then if they overtake you or something, but that's about it. They're spraying you with dirt.
We've had some great overtakes recently, of them overtaking us, especially on jumps, because obviously we're not that confident, so we're going up them, and they're like pretty much jumping over us. It's so cool.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So, are you guys doing the Western again? Has it been, or is it just coming
I think that's
up?
the plan.
Oh, okay. Yep. Cool.
I think it's in October. I'll have to double check, but it's usually around that sort of time because of the tides and everything. But we plan on doing it.
You guys have got an enduro bloody Welsh 2 day, and have you got in and done some of that?
Oh no, we haven't. No, our friend does, and he loves it. But no, we've not done anything like that. I'm not sure if it's Mark's cup of tea, really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I could jump on with someone else if he wouldn't mind pimping me out.
It is fun. It's different doing that type of stuff. I really enjoy it as a passenger.
Imagine it is.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it as much when I tried to ride it, but I probably wasn't skilled enough to do it, so it was a bit harder. But as a passenger, it's really cool.
So I'm guessing there is a certain element of skill involved with the riding.
Oh yeah. Just some of the say like off camber sort of things, and just some of the obstacles, I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit sketchy. I just sort of went and did it without riding any terrain like that at all, which was probably not the best idea, but I was like, I'll have a go. But yeah.
Throw yourself in at the deep
Yeah.
end.
But I think after a bit of practice and a bit more riding, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, it was very mentally hard because, like you said, when you worry about someone on the side, where instead of concentrating on what you're doing, and you're like, oh, I don't want to hurt this person. So I like just hanging off the side and letting them make all the moves.
And then them worry about us, or maybe not.
Have you had any big crashes or anything?
We've had lots of crashes. I think that's part and parcel of learning. But luckily, they haven't really been big. We've got away with it with just like some bruising and some stiffness. Although we recently, I've picked up an injury on our last race, and it wasn't even from a crash. We were coming into the first corner, going off the start, and it was a lefty. And we were kind of sandwiched in the middle between two other teams. And apparently, I mean, I don't know, because from my point of view, is different from whoever's behind. But from behind, they said that there was nowhere for anyone to go. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But the team on our left, their front wheel went straight into my pelvis, and we were kind of joint at the hip a little bit going around the first corner. Obviously, you can't get up. You've just got to crack on, haven't you? But obviously, the longer the wheel was on my bum, the more sore it got, and it just kind of started to feel like carpet burn, really. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, if all it is like a bit of my sore skin rubbing on my clothes, then I'm thinking of the next race, even though we're still very much in the second race. I was like, I can just put some gauze there, and it's then not going to rub against my clothes. It'll be fine, whatever. And so just cracked on with that race. And then as soon as I came in, obviously you strip off, don't you? And there was no mark on me, Natasha, nothing. What? I was like, so what is this? Yeah, exactly. It didn't make sense. I was like, what is this burning feeling that I am feeling? Anyway, kind of got me down a little bit because I was thinking, oh, shit, this is more internal now. It's not like a flesh wound. Anyway, I had a little pep talk from one of our friends. And he's like, just go out there and try for the next race. If you can't do it, you can't do it, but at least go and try. I'm like, okay, fine. Anyway, went out and I did the last race, but no word of a lie. Every lump or bump or left-hand turn, I was in agony. It was just like proper thudding into the floor and making all these noises. And Mark was like, are you okay? Yeah, keep going. Are you okay? He's going. Anyway, cut a long story short, I went and saw my osteopath last Saturday, and because the pain hasn't gone away. And what had happened, or at least what we think had happened, is when the front wheel came into my pelvis, it's tilted it and rotated it and pushed it forwards. Oh. And in that process, not great. In that process, it trapped a nerve, tore a muscle in my back, and the way that it's moved my pelvis, essentially, when I bend over, it's like bone rubbing on bone. Oh. So I couldn't bend over all of last week, which wasn't ideal. But luckily, my osteopath has put me straight and I feel so much better now. But yeah, just a little bit of, I don't know, I feel bruised now more than anything. But yeah, so as far as
that is a random injury.
Isn't it? And we didn't even fall off the bike for that to happen.
Yeah, wow. Just that perfect timing of where it's cracked into you. It's just moved everything around. Yeah, wow.
So I feel like now I'm going to be a little bit nervous going off the start because, although I want to be involved, I also just don't want to get hurt. It's not worth it.
Is that sort of the worst thing that's happened?
I think so. We have had over the bars and landed hard on the ground and we've winded ourselves. Weston last year we had 2 falls. One of the falls was even before the gate drop, which was hilarious. Nothing terrible really. We've got away with it.
Yeah. Especially for 2 beginner people on a bike.
Yeah. I honestly thought it would be a lot worse, that we would have a lot more falls. But I think Mark's really taken to it like a duck to water. and that's given me a lot of confidence. So I can just kind of
if he's a bit more
and I think it's
cautious than
helped.
you too, then he can go,
Yeah,
yeah, hang on, we're not going to send it over that. You're like, go, go, go. He's like,
yeah, exactly.
you need at least one
Not
person
yet.
to be a bit more responsible.
Exactly. Someone's got to drive home.
Yeah. So what's one race that you'll never forget?
It'll probably be Barmouth Beach Race. I didn't ride with Mark that year. I don't think Mark was riding at that point. It was Sam Watson that I rode with. And we went just to go and watch. But it's a 2-day meeting. And I can't exactly remember the format, but I think it was 3 races on the Saturday at 20 minutes long. And then on the Sunday, it was 2 races at 20 minutes long. And again, it's on a beach, but it's a different format to Weston. It's more motocross style-y than it is endurance, I think. I don't know, could be getting that wrong. And yeah, anyway, Sam's passenger from the Saturday decided it was all too much and he couldn't do the Sunday, and kind of left him in the lurch. And then, just so happened that I had my kit with me. You just got to take it with you wherever you go, I've been told.
For
So I
sure.
just do as I'm told. But I remember that race because I'm still very new, and this was like probably a jump too far for me in terms of pace and experience. But I held on, and I looked like a rag doll, but I held on and we finished, and I think we came third. So it was just an emotional event for me because I had achieved so much and I didn't think I could.
Yeah, yeah. And you just probably hit that next level.
Absolutely. And it kind of made me realize like I could do more than I thought I could.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Racing overseas, have you raced outside of the UK?
No, not done, but it's on the bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah. So where would you like to race? What's your dream event?
Oh, to come to you guys, let's do the 24-hour. That would be fun.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
You keep saying like how amazing it is, so I'm like, oh, might have to do that at some point. I don't know how we would work it logistically, but if you come do Weston, and then we'll come do the 24-hour.
We could be like exchange students.
Let's make that happen.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what like the guys here that come over there and do the Welsh 2-day. They come over there, use bikes over there, like the guys over there set everything up for them, and then those guys have come over here and used bikes over here, and like our guys have looked after them.
I like that. That's really sweet.
Yeah, so I think if you could get something like that going on, like, and you just help each other out and people out, I think we could, get things like that happening.
It just makes it more possible then, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We don't have a lot of like bikes and stuff over here. Like it's harder for us to get bikes over here. So I guess there's not like heaps of spare bikes floating around, but there would definitely be a way to do it.
I feel like your scene is a bit bigger than ours though.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't like, you have an all girls class. Like we can just about get one race going, with everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask about the girls over there. Like, is there many that do it?
So I was kind of working this out before getting on the phone to you because I thought maybe this question would come up. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I can count 9, but there's probably more for sure. But I know of 9.
Yeah. And are they all
there's probably
passengers? Is there many female riders?
Not that I know of. I'm sure there might be, but I've never come across them. I've never met them.
Yeah. Do you like race against some of the other girls?
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I do, and it's nice though because it's all like we're so supportive of one another, and we want each other to do well. So it's not like rivalry. It's very much like, oh, well done you for beating me.
Yeah, it's different, and I think because there's not as many of us, it's good to try and encourage each other because we want each other to be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very lucky with we've got quite a few girls actually. So yeah, we're able to run a class with 6 all-girl teams, so that's been pretty cool.
Well, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it's good. It's very... If you could ride with anyone, like if say you any rider in the world would call you up and say, "Do you want to jump on with me?" Who would it be?
Oh, well, I mean, I would have to say Kelly, wouldn't I? But she is way out of my league because she is very much up there and I'm very much the other way. But if it wasn't a case of abilities,
Yeah.
then it's going to have to be a female rider, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, she's absolute gun.
Yeah. I was in total awe of her when we was watching her at Canada Heights. I was saying to Mark, I was like, that's a female. Look at her go.
Yeah. And it's a shame there's
Yeah.
not more girls that get into the GPs.
Oh, I know. That would be so great to see.
Yeah. So is there anything that you wish that you knew earlier that you wish it, I don't know, someone would have told you or, that you learned earlier on?
I don't know. I think it was everything that I expected it to be. I knew it was going to take over, and I knew that we would very much in the summer be living in our camper van more than we were living at home, and that the evenings would be spent in the garage. And so I kind of expected all of that. I don't really think there is anything that I know now that I wish I knew sooner. I think, it all came, everything that I've learned and developed, I think it's all come at the exact right moment.
Yeah. And what do you think's been the hardest, like the biggest challenge of it all?
The being organized is quite tough, and trying to balance work and play, I find that quite tricky because I try and have Mondays and Fridays off. Fridays would be to travel to the race meetings. Mondays would be turning the van around, getting the sidecar sorted, and just getting ahead of the game. And then obviously that doesn't leave me much time in the week to get work done and, just do the normal day-to-day things anyway. So I'd say that was quite a big challenge, but you do kind of get into the swing of things, and it is just then just a well-oiled machine, isn't it, as they say?
Yeah, well, I feel like when I'm, through the race season, because I do other stuff apart from the sidecar, I feel like all I do is unpack the trailer, pack the trailer, unpack the trailer, pack the trailer. Like my whole week consists of, I'll spend Thursday and Friday packing the trailer, putting everything in, go to the race, come home, spend Monday and Tuesday unpacking the trailer, Wednesday and Thursday washing all the gear, and then goes back in the bloody trailer. I'm like, far out. I feel like I'm on Groundhog Day.
That's exactly it, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
then
you know what? You wouldn't have it any other way.
yeah, and then you got to fit everything else in between doing all that stuff. And because I am greedy, so I'll take my solo bike and my sidecar, and then my kids want to take their solo bike and their sidecar. So I'm not just washing one bike and packing one thing of stuff. It's like all of those things, and then it's like, oh shit, we've got all this other stuff to do in between. It's like run out of time, and then I'm like, I'll just wait until because we only race in the winter because it's way too hot here in the summer to be able to ride a bike. Like it gets to 45 degrees. So I just think, oh, I'll just wait to the summer and I'll do all these other things.
And then it's too hot and you don't want to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's been your role models?
I'd say definitely all of the females out there, just because they've shown me that it is possible, and we can do it. But I don't know, just all of the people at the top, I think I'm in awe of them, the way that they can just do this and just get on with it and, perform and even perform through injuries as well. I just think that's super impressive. I think really everyone, just everyone that's out there doing it. I know how tough it is. So, if they're doing it at a higher level, it's going to be quicker and faster and more expensive, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's hard, and because it is hard, that you have that respect for anyone that really gets out there and gives it a go.
Definitely. And even the new people getting into it too. There's a couple of newbies, and you can just see how keen they are and how like they're like, "Hi, look at me, I'm here. Give me a ride, give me a chance." And they're just out there trying their hardest to get into the sport, and I love that as well.
It is hard, so you know what they're going through as well. You're like, I remember that first time. Oh my God.
Exactly. And then it's not until like one person gives you a chance and then they're like, oh, look, they are capable. And then you get more chances come from that. And yes, then the ripple in the war effect, whatever
Yeah.
they say it is.
Is everyone really friendly and really helpful over there, like a real sidecar family?
I feel like it is. I feel like everyone is a family member and everyone's like super supportive. But I don't know if that would change if like you became one of the top runners. I don't know if it would change then, because obviously at the moment we're not a threat to anybody.
Yeah.
So it kind of, everybody wants to help us. They want us to achieve, and they've been so supportive, and they'll always come and give some advice if we needed it, and some help if we needed it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it would change, but I've not experienced that. So
Yeah.
everyone's just been super lovely.
Yeah. And what do your family and friends think about it?
I don't really think they understand what it is we do, because our races aren't necessarily on our doorsteps. Some of them are quite far away. They don't come and watch, and they're just like, "Oh, did you have a nice time on the bike this weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, we did, thank you." I mean, our bodies are pretty beat up and we're black and blue from bruises, but it was fun. But they're just like, "Oh, that's good," like brushing it off as if it's nothing.
But if they actually like come along and watch you do jumps and stuff, they'd probably all be freaking out.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe it's better my mum doesn't come.
Yeah, I race, and even watching the other guys do jumps sometimes I'm like, "Oh my God," like gives me anxiety, and I'm thinking I actually do this sport. I could just imagine what people that don't like what they think when they see it.
We that is so funny you say that, because we've watched a few times, either bike problems or like at the start of this season, Mark broke his thumb, so we had to sit a few races out, and I'm so nervous on the start line, even though we're not racing. I could feel all the nerves and the anxiety, and I'm like, please, everyone, get around the first corner, okay? But when you're racing, I don't have that same nerves. I think it's
Yeah.
because you can do something about it. It's funny.
Yeah, and you're I don't know, I suppose when you're in amongst it, you don't I don't know. It is weird, but I understand what you're saying because that's what happens to me as well.
It is fun watching though. Like it's quite nice just, being that spectator and then going, don't have a bike to clean when I get home. Don't have the kit to wash.
What sort of teams have you had your best sort of racing and battling with?
Oh, no doubt about it. Kim Peters and Mike Mims. They're fun to be around. And they are quicker than us, but if we can get in front of them, then we can hold them back. And we know that they're safe as well. Like they're not gonna make a cheeky pass and tip us up. We're both respectful of one another. So yeah, we've really enjoyed racing with them this season. But no, otherwise, apart from that, we don't really have anyone around us. We're kind of just doing our own thing at the back.
Yeah. It's good when you can race near those teams that, like you said, they're safe. They're not going to do anything silly. That's always a good feeling to have.
Absolutely. I mean, there has been a few times that we've lined up on the start and we've had a team next to us that are kind of known for being a bit more erratic. And that honestly, that puts the fear in us a little bit, and we hold off. And so then we don't necessarily get a good start because we just don't want to be in their way. So yeah, it
You
does
just,
make a difference when you know that.
yeah, because you just let them go. You're like, oh, we'll just let these people go.
And I mean, most of the time they're faster than us anyway, so they really would have just got past us. But even still, you're just like, if they hit neutral or something and they don't get off the line as quick as they would normally, then it's like, I don't really want to be near them.
Yeah. So what are your future plans?
Oh, that's a good question as well. You've got all these great questions. I kind of want to see how far I can go, but I don't know really how realistic I'm being because, well, I'm aware of my age. I don't necessarily think that age has anything to do with it, but I don't know, people around you are saying, oh, it's a young guy sport and whatever. But, I feel amazing in my body. Like, I have good hips and good knees, great ankles. Myself, I feel like physically I could do it despite how old I am. But I don't know. I would love to be able to say, in however many years' time, however many years it takes me, I'd love to do a home GP or something like that. But that could be totally unrealistic. So we'll just have to see.
I don't think that would be that far out of reach, a GP, because, you can still do it. It doesn't mean you have to, win it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't aim that high.
But, there's nothing to say that you couldn't. Is there, certain criteria that you have to meet to be able to enter one, or can anyone just do it?
I actually have no idea. It's not something I know much about. I would have to look into it, but I don't think that would be Mark's goal. So I would have to jump ship and find someone else who would be willing to take me around.
There you go, Dan Foden. Let her on.
Do you think he would look after me?
Probably not. So what do you think are the key skills to being a passenger and being a successful team?
Talking, definitely communication. I've been on with a few different people, quite a few actually, nearly 20, I think.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, you just keep a tally.
Yeah.
And race with a few of them. And I always ask them, any feedback? And, most of them are like, no, that was great. And I'm like, no, I want feedback. Even if it was great, I'll be like, more details, like what you did on that left, that really worked. And this is why it really worked. Or, maybe try doing this. I like to know. So for me, talking is really beneficial to being a good team. And listening as well. I rode recently with a friend of mine, and I think it was a lack of understanding of what I meant more than a lack of listening, perhaps. But I was just asking him to steady up a bit. I felt the pace was a bit too quick for me at that moment in time, and I was making mistakes, fumbling around, and I just want to look after us both. If I'm not in the right place at the right time, then it could be disastrous. And I didn't feel like he steadied up a bit. We had a little chat when he came back in. I was like, this is what I mean by steady.
Because I'm the same. I've been on with quite a few riders, and when you do ask and you go, oh, how was that? Yeah, that's fine. I know what you mean when you're like, I need more information. You don't really know what you want to hear, but you want them to say more than just, oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even though you want them to say it's good because you're hoping you're doing the right thing. But yeah.
There's definitely times where I overthink everything, and I can get in my head for sure. But then I just think as well to try and, give myself some grace. I'm like, did we stay upright? Yes. Did the bike turn? Yes. Did we finish with smiles on our faces? Yes. Okay, well, we've done our job, Because otherwise I think I can be quite hard on myself and beat myself up, and then it's taking the fun out of it, isn't it?
Yeah. If you overanalyze things, I look at videos and photos and I think, oh, should have put my foot here, or oh, should have been out a bit further, even though it felt fine at the time. But then when you look back, you're thinking, oh, should have done that. Oh, I'm not, I'm not sitting over the bike far enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about it when you're riding then, and then you're not actually concentrating on what you're doing because you're, overthinking stuff.
You're too busy analysing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's because we're passionate, and I feel like that's because we want to do well, and that's us trying, isn't it? So it's all positives, really.
What's next for you guys?
We have, what's this week? Next weekend. I think it's next weekend. We've got a British race at Culham, and then I can't remember our calendar after that. I still think we've got quite a few races to go. I think we're like halfway through our season or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be our next race.
So what bike are you guys on?
We have a KTM 500.
Cool.
So we did have, our first bike was a Yamaha 450. It had been sat for quite some time in someone's shed. And so we kind of had to redo everything up and get it running because it wasn't running. And that was quite a journey. And it never really ran right. And then when we did eventually get it right, we're like, let's sell it, because it's just, to us, it's a bad omen. So our first season was more about solving bike problems than it was about learning how to ride. So when this bike came up, we were like, let's go for it and touch a load of wood, go hug a tree. It's been really, it's pretty sound. It's worked pretty well. So we've had fun with it.
I remember you guys when you got the new one. Have you ever been on a right-hand chair?
No, actually, I haven't. I think it would confuse me.
Yeah.
Have you had a go on a right-hand chair?
No, I haven't seen any here. Apparently there used to be one getting around, but I haven't seen one since I've been racing.
I think it would be fun to like try.
Yeah. What's it
I
like
would
to
have to really
race
think.
against them? Have you raced against them?
Yes, yeah, we have. It's quite fun actually. Well, I haven't raced against them that much, but there was one that we used to race with, and they would be obviously quicker at some turns, and then we'd lose them at others. So that was quite a fun little battle that we had on that one particular race that we had with them. Don't necessarily like lining up on the start line next to them, because I just don't know how that's going to go. But I think that's more my inexperience than anything else. Maybe it's fine.
Because it would be weird having the two chairs like hitting each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Be like high five,
Yeah.
hey!
Imagine it.
Have you had any like really funny things happen?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if it's that funny, but I had some new motocross trousers, and as we were learning, well, we still are learning to jump, but more so at the beginning, I would fall onto the bar sometimes and make mistakes, and it would kind of pop them open, because it's kind of like one of those clips where you just put a little bit of pressure in and it will kind of come open.
Yeah.
So there's been a few times where I've been going around and I've had to pull my trousers up because they're falling down. I don't do that so much now, luckily, but I did at the beginning had to like tape them up so I wouldn't make that mistake. But anyone that knows me, I wee quite a lot. I think I drink a lot of water. I also get nervous. So after a race, I'm there going, I need to get this tape off, and I can't. But I really need a wee.
Oh no.
So such a predicament.
So you're like stuck in your pants.
Exactly. Oh, dear.
How do you deal with the nerves?
I just take some deep breaths, and it's not so bad now. Like, I don't feel like I get as nervous now. It's more excitement, and I'm like, come on, let's go, let's get ready. But there are the odd time where like I get butterflies in my stomach when I'm on the start line, and I'm like, what's going to happen in this race? Like, why am I feeling uneasy? And that happened at one race, and we ended up coming together with another team. They taken the bars out of Mark's hands, and it kind of flipped us over. So it's kind of like my body already knew something bad was going to happen. But 9 times out of 10 now, I would say it's more excitement than it is nerves.
It's hard when you get that feeling, and then the next time you get that feeling, you're like, oh my God, am I feeling this because something's going to happen, or am I feeling this just because I'm anxious?
Exactly. And I have been like thinking that recently, and I'm like, now put that to the back of your mind. We're going to be fine. It's all right. We're just pottering around at the back on our own. Nothing bad can happen. We're all right.
All right, so I was going to ask you some of these quick fire questions. So if you can just say like just a short answer. So what is your favourite track?
Birmingham Lane.
Mud or dust?
Dust.
Biggest adrenaline rush?
Doing jumps for me at the moment.
Toughest race?
Oh, that's a hard one. Probably Dalton the other week, because I was really ill. So yeah, just feeling sick and racing just doesn't go together.
Favourite post-race meal?
See, we always have takeaway, and it's always the wrong thing to do, but I don't know, it just makes me happy. So KFC, but don't judge me.
Sand or rocks?
Sand, I think.
Would you rather lead from the front or chase people down?
Chase people down.
Do you like technical tracks or open track?
More open.
Two-stroke or four-stroke?
Um, Predominantly, I've ridden more four-stroke, but the little bit of two-stroke I have ridden, I have quite enjoyed. But no, four-stroke.
Would you rather win a race ugly or lose riding perfect?
Lose riding perfect.
A fresh track or a rutted out track?
Oh, it's got to be fresh, hasn't it?
And one word to describe sidecar racing.
Exhilarating.
Awesome. Well, on that note, what would you want to say to anyone that would like to get involved?
I feel like there's only one answer for this, and it's just do it. Just find people that are willing to give you a chance, message them, contact them, get in liaise with them, and just make it happen. I think we need to say yes to every opportunity we can get.
Yeah, and who do you think are the best people to sort of make contact with over there?
Us. You can contact us. Mark is very happy to let people ride our sidecar. Because if he hadn't been given that chance, then we wouldn't be here. So, we always want to pay that forward. So, contact us.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say or anything else you want to add?
No, I'm pretty happy. It's been really nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. We've been chatting for ages on Instagram, like following each other, and been following what you guys have been doing for a while. And it's good to finally actually have a chat.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
No, cool. All right. Well, I will let you go. And thank you so much for jumping on.
You're so welcome, Natasha. I will speak to you soon.
No worries. See ya.
Hey guys, it's actually been a couple of weeks since I recorded this podcast with Kelly, and I just received a voice note from her. She's actually been able to experience going on a right-hand chair, so I thought I would add the voice note to the end of this podcast. So here she is. Here's her experience. Hey, how are you doing? How is everything? Sorry for the voice note, but I just wanted to report back to you because since our conversation, I've had a go on a right-sided chair. Um, and my God, it was so bizarre. I honestly felt like I was learning to ride all over again. I kept coming back up from the left. Oh no, from the right. Sorry, right. I kept trying to find the bar, but my left hand was so far forward, where it would normally be, patting around the air, going, "Where the hell is this bar?" And then I remembered it's further back, and I was like, "Oh yeah, right, got it, found the bar." And then just moving from left to right. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but there's definitely multiple ways to passenger and multiple styles. But there's um an old school style where people kick their legs round the side of the sidecar wheel, round the mud guard, rather than stepping through. And I've never done it. Normally, I don't do that. And I've never really given it a go. I just found what works for me. But I found myself doing it on the right-handed chair, just kicking my leg round. I was like, where's this come from? But I think I found that easier, but it was almost like it was automatic rather than trying to step through. I did try to step through a couple of times, and I kicked the bar with my foot, with my right foot. So yeah, it was very, very unique, very different, and very confusing. I also found as well that my arms, on the left, my right arm, weirdly, it just didn't feel strong enough to hold me in position. So it's usually my left arm. It's weird because I thought I'm right-handed, so I would have thought that would have been my stronger side, but apparently not. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I've had a go, and it was very different. If you ever get the opportunity to, then definitely do it. Definitely say yes.
I just want to give a shout out to the Sidecar Spin sponsors. The Dosey family, Manual Motorsports, Modern Air, Diesel Performance Solutions SA, and Clear Valley Speckle Park Beef. Please go and jump on Facebook and give these guys a like, and make sure you pop in and support the businesses that support Sidecars. Thank you. If you would like to become a Sidecar Spin supporter, please contact me. Thank you for tuning into that episode of the Sidecar Spin, and a massive thank you to Kelly for jumping on and having a chat. Yeah, guys, thanks for all the support, and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you.